What's going on, everybody? This is an update video for the RFG Assets map, and I just want to let you guys know on the console that I am trying to get some maps ported over. I know they tried porting 3 maps early last week, but they were still over budget, unfortunately. So I went ahead and made some more adjustments, and unfortunately, because I made more adjustments and had to delete more objects, the maps, those 3 maps, are now only half of the map, the asset map, unfortunately. So there'll have to be in total 6 maps in order for you guys to get all of the assets from the RFG asset map. I would be happy if at least those first 3 could get over. That'd be great. But I haven't heard anything about a second attempt yet, so I'm waiting patiently, and hopefully it gets ported over for you guys on console. Now, as far as the RFG Assets map for PC, if any of you guys had downloaded it, I did make some adjustments in the map, or some fixes here and there. One thing I realized when I was editing with these assets on my first map was that AI were not using the turrets, because I believe the base of the turrets were too wide. So I scrunched those down a little bit, which is good because now they look like the actual turrets in the actual game. There was an a checkpoint building with a different wall texture, so I fixed that. I also added a solid version of the top half of the hotel or skyscraper, because the one that's on there right now is all dynamic particles, so they're physical, they can fall. In case you experience any sort of validation issues, you could actually just delete the one on top of the building itself and then highlight this solid version and just drag it over. That way you won't have any headaches or anything. So other than that, I was able to finally finish Mount Vogel. I believe I said on the last video that I couldn't finish it due to crashing, but I'm happy to say I was able to actually finish it. So we've got the big garage here. You go inside, there's a couple of rooms, and also this little garage or storage shed unit thing, whatever it is. I know I missed one other building from Mount Vogel, but it wasn't a huge deal. And I tried to get Mariner Valley assets over here, but every time I would duplicate an object, the game or the editor would crash, so that was not possible. So for RFG Assets, that's pretty much it as far as updating goes. I don't believe I did anything else, to be honest. But yeah, so if you want to get an updated version, go ahead and download it and get the updated version. Oh, I also did this little turret stand. So if you happen to have a road that is at a slant, you could put this down and it just elevates, or it straightens out the turret so it's not crooked. But I think that's it for RFG Assets map. Okay, so now there is RFG-Mariner Assets. Now this contains almost everything from the original RFG Assets map except for Oasis. I had to get rid of Oasis, and I was able to successfully create a majority of the Mariner Valley assets, which this is a DLC from Red Faction Guerrilla. So we'll go ahead and show you guys what we've got. We have a little prison cell here with some scrap metal on it. We also have the EDF ramp, which is for cliffs, going up cliffs or hills. We also have whatever this thing was. I don't know what it is. Something to do with building or construction, I imagine. And we have a destructible barrier that you can blow up. So this is kind of like the gate entrance here, and you can just blow it up. We also have the Marauder Temple. If you go inside of here, we have the Ultor symbol, and you go up here and the other Ultor symbol. We also have some Marauder little tents or huts, and a little shop made out of scrap metal. We also have this little catwalk with a bunch of scrap metal. Everything has a bunch of scrap metal here. We also have cliff pipes, so these pipes will hang on a cliff, and of course you can spread them out and then make them longer if you need to. Some miscellaneous stuff like this scrap metal thing, don't know what it is, but I built it. We also have this cliffside building. This is a new building. It's a more nicer version. And then we have this one over here that is more run down and just broken looking. And we have this, whatever this is supposed to be, I guess some sort of symbol of the Marauders. And we also have some scrap metal over here, and it's a little scrap metal pile here. We also have this. I don't know what this is, but it's in the game, so I built it. And we also have the tower, this tower. I tried to include this tower in the RFG Assets map, but this was the point when I started experiencing crashing, so it wasn't possible. So I went ahead and built this. So it's not destructible or anything, but there's 3 ladders, and it's a good sniping position. It's a nice height, and there's some cover right here so you can hide. We also have some there's quite a bit of copy and paste buildings, but then I ended up just making it all look tore up. So we have a copy and paste building right here with just a different texture. This one looks pretty much the same. We have a little entrance thing here, and then we also have it put on this building, and this building's copied and pasted. And I got rid of the windows and replaced those with just broken looking walls. I really wish Ubisoft added in like walls that were broken with generic shapes, because that would have prevented me from using triangles everywhere. But yeah, so I made it work the best way I could. We also have another copied and paste building here, but it's completely just destroyed looking. And it has a little catwalk up here. And then we also have another copy and paste building right here. The only difference is there's a catwalk around the entire building, and there's more like little smokestack things. This is another copy and paste building. Same thing, but it's under construction from the EDF. I guess they're going to turn it into a little outpost. So it's 2-story, and then there's a little turret mount platforms up here, so you can put turrets on. We go over here, and the last thing from Mariner Valley is this Altor elevator shaft facility thing. So this is the giant elevator shaft, and there's some little window areas here, or cliff buildings or cliff rooms here. Other than that, I think that's pretty much about it for the Mariner assets. Oh, I forgot to mention a little volcano. That's pretty much about it. But I decided to go ahead and include some assets from the multiplayer, assets we didn't see from the actual endgame missions. So we have this building. Surprisingly, this is a copied and paste building. However, I completely destroyed this and just filled it with different parts and broken sheet metal. And you can go inside here, and yeah, it's just pure junk all the way around. But that's what it's like in the actual game. So we have that building, and then we have another building right here. Same deal, copied and pasted, but stripped down and turned into a bunch of junk. And it has a little staircase that goes up here, and there's a little upper floor or balcony. I can't think right now. It's early morning. And other than that, we just have the Altor pipeline that you can use. Just don't look inside it, because then it reveals that. That was the only way I could get away with doing the small little saw blades for the Altor symbol. And last but not least, there's just this water tower looking thing. I don't know if that's what that is in the actual game, but it's what it looks like. And same deal, it's kind of broken looking. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So this one is a separate map. Oh, and these towers right here, this one's from multiplayer maps that you can use. And then we have this one here. It's like a little tower, lookout tower you can climb up and snipe from or shoot from. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this. So you want to download both maps. RFG Assets is the main one, and then RFG-Mariner Assets is the second one. So yeah. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention this building right here, but it's just cut in half. Copied and pasted, but it's cut in half. So yeah, feel free to download the maps and use the assets in any way you want to. I really can't wait to just stumble upon somebody's map that happens to be using any of these assets, to be honest. I know they don't really blend in well with what Far Cry's traditional assets are, but that would be awesome for me to see somebody using just any one of these assets. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. You guys take care now. See ya.